Hi there. Today I, Harnoor Kaur, will be showing you how do we enter into a legally binding contract, and I'll be portraying two people here, the buyer and the seller. So here I'll be the seller, and the second person, that is Lisa, will be the buyer. So let's start with this illustration. So the scene one starts with two people, Harnoor and Lisa, sitting at the coffee shop with a printed contract on the table along with a pen. Hey, we discussed that you're interested in buying a laptop for $500. Are you still okay to go ahead with that? Definitely. Here's a simple contract that I have drafted. It states that you're going to pay me $500 by the end of the day and I will transfer you the laptop in return. Does that sound good? Yes, that sounds good. Let's sign it. Sure, here we go. I signed the contract. Now it's your turn. Great, it's a deal. So here, as you see that in this scene, we have entered into a legally binding contract for a sale of a laptop. So let's break down into two important elements for of a valid contract. First, looking at this scenario, me as a buyer is trying to sell my laptop worth rupees $500, and Lisa, on the other hand, is agreeing to buy a laptop and giving me that money in exchange. So here it clearly states that for a legally binding contract to take place, there needs to be an offer and an acceptance. So, for instance, in this case, I offer, as I mentioned, I offered her to buy a laptop and she agreed to buy that in return of $500. Therefore, offer and acceptance are foundation for any legal contract. But it's not enough. A valid contract also requires consideration, meaning that both parties are giving something in value. For example, if I take this example, here I'm giving a laptop and she is giving me money in return. This exchange is consideration and it is what makes the contract enforceable. Right. If there's no exchange of value, it wouldn't be a contract and either of us would be legally obligated to follow. So, that is something I believe too. Consideration gives contract its legal power. So, in summary, we can say that contract is valid because both the parties have an offer and acceptance and they are exchanging valuable items, laptop for money. So, the key requirements for making the contract legally binding is offer and acceptance from both the parties. Great. That sounds amazing.